Hey guys, so today is going to be a really, I think, fun and cool day for you to follow me around. Hey Kason.
Hello humans.
We're going to improve everyone's day as we go.
This day worth it.
The day will become better as we go. Hi guys. Phase 1 is complete. Phase 2, acquire cow, is in progress. All right, so this is secret to life level stuff here, so pay attention. There are 3 things that you need for a happy evening. Cow, good friends, and philosophy. This is number 1. We're getting the cow. This is somebody I'm very lucky to be friends with. His name's Aaron. He is a chef badass. He is going to be helping me improve my steak cooking abilities.
I'll do my best.
I'm just here for the ride.
So basically, the next time we get a chance to play around with meat,
Yeah.
we should get some of the tougher cuts of steak, so I can show you what a jacquard is.
Jacquard.
Yeah, and basically it's brass knuckles on steroids. When you push it down into the meat, like 30 needles shoot out and break up the muscle fiber to help make it softer, so it's easier to eat.
That's so hardcore. So, cow has been secured.
Meat has been secured.
We have to wait for the friends to get here, and then the philosophy can begin.
Yeah, because we're not friends.
Yeah, well, the rest of them. The rest of them.
So, the history behind chicken fried steak is that it's taking a poor man's cut of meat or a tough cut of meat and making it edible. So you beat the hell out of it, you make it super thin, and then you deep fry it so it's actually edible. So, with that being said, since that's the cornerstone of what a chicken fried steak is, I find it hilarious when you go to a restaurant that actually takes a good cut of meat, like a sirloin or a ribeye or whatever, and tries to pass that off as chicken fried steak. They're like trying to make you think, oh, well, we're super special because we use a really nice cut of meat, but in the end, they still take a hammer to it, beat the hell out of it,
And then
deep fry it. So you're paying a premium price for a premium cut of steak that just got beat the hell and deep fried. So I'm like, no, I'm not buying that. That's just dumb.
You're so full of amazing information. I love this.
My benchmark for chicken fried steak, the way I test it, is I always tell them put the gravy on the side. The reason being is just like any dish with sauce or whatever else, you can cover all your fucking mistakes with sauce.
Oh, this is good knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, so if you get a chicken fried steak and it hasn't been cooked properly, like it doesn't have a nice crispy texture on it, who gives a fuck? You're going to drown it in gravy anyway, so whatever. If you made a mistake, it's covered, it's gone. So I always get my gravy on the side. That way I can just pour it on myself, but I always get to inspect it and look at it and say, hey, is this cooked right? Was it burnt? Was it undercooked? And is it all just soggy and covered in grease, you know?
Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. And I was just wondering, is there any truth to the assertion that if you ask for a very, very, very well-done piece of meat,
my God,
that they will do something or serve you something that may or may not be on the level?
No. From my personal experience, that is not true. I will say, though, we just had this conversation. If I were to have my own restaurant, that would not be an option.
You would be kicked out.
Period. No, I wouldn't kick you out. I would just say you're not ordering a steak. If you ask for well-done steak, I would tell the server to go back out there and tell you to order something else. You're allowed to have up to medium well, and then tough it out if you don't like it. Or order a burger, or go the hell somewhere else. The reason behind that, the reason why I have such strong feelings about that personally, is because at that point, you're no longer eating a steak. You're eating a piece of shoe leather. You're eating, something that just doesn't need to be created. You've gone past the point of appreciating a meal to the point of you might as well slather it in ketchup and call it a day. When you have burned something so far beyond recognition, it's no longer a steak. Now, to say that other people out there won't fuck with your food, I would say the benchmark for how the food industry works, the movie Waiting, is really good. It gets really close to nailing it. It's a good benchmark for how the industry works in general, both front of the house and back of the house. But to say that people fuck with food like that on a regular basis, I personally have not seen it like that.
Well, I just heard they might use like an older or more expired piece of meat because it's just going to be charred.
It's possible, but I, again, have personally not run into that. It makes sense to do that because if you've got food that's about to turn, usually you have to serve that first anyways. So regardless if they're ordering it well done or not, I serve it's first in, first out is what is called, or FIFO. Whatever product you have ordered and has been sitting on the shelf the longest has to be sold out before it dies. Once it is dead, a proper kitchen or a proper executive chef would run it to where that shit gets thrown out, you write it as a loss, etc., take care of paperwork.
Every cloud must have a silver lining. Wait until the sun shines through. So smile, my honey dear, while I kiss away each tear, or else I shall be melancholy too.
We have Cal, we have friends. Now it's time for philosophy. Perfect evening. What you're watching is a video game being created by one of my friends who is a badass. We're getting like a super secret sneak peek.
Pre-alpha.
Pre-alpha. Did you already get farther than me?
Yes.
Dick.